Hey guys, today I'm going to be making an Essentials plugin tutorial, and of course the first video is going to be Essentials because that's one of the main plugins you're going to need for your Minecraft server if you're trying to start one or if you already have one and are having troubles. Alright, so what we're going to need is the download link will be in the description. You're going to need all four of these if you're running Spigot. If you're running Bucket, there's one whole download. But what you're going to need is, you're going to need the Essentials 2x snapshot, Essentials chat, Essentials spawn, and Essentials protect, and there will be some extra ones, as you can see right here. And so you can look for another tutorial on those, but I am not showing them today. So I'm just going to drag them in my plugins folder. I'm going to go ahead and start up my server. So now if I go on here, so right here is my localhost server. Refresh that. Should be loading up in a second. It's gonna take a little bit because it's loading all those Essentials plugins in one. So it may take a little bit. It's not the fastest thing. So we'll just wait and I will be right back when it is done. Okay, everybody, it is done loading up. It took around 30 more seconds. I expected it to take longer. But I forgot to mention that this is my server right here, Egypt OP. It's an OP faction server. It was released about a couple days ago, so you guys should go check it out. I developed the server. Alright, so see, it loaded up all the Essentials stuff, so it's loading up my profile. So here we are. Alright, so as you can see, we have /Nick. We have all the Essentials commands. So what we can do now is you can create kits. If you want to create kits, you can create them in the config file. I'm not going to be showing too much of in-game stuff, just the permissions and mostly the config. So all I can say is the kits are through config, or you can get a plugin to make kits. I use Kit Adder because it's really simple. All you have to do is /create kit in like the kit name and how long that'll take, and that download link will be in the description also. So go check that out. So I will be right back when I'm in the config. Okay guys, I am back and I am in the config. So as you can see, not the config, in the files for it. So we have a configs, an MOTD, and upgrades done. That's just for, you don't have to bother with that. That's just for upgrades, like when the newest upgrade is, it'll upgrade automatically. And so all we really need to worry about today is config. But worth is where you should you can edit like that everything is worth, like how much money everything is worth. So see, chainmail boots are worth $30. So if you do /sell in game, so say I do /sell, I can do /sell hand chest. So in this, it's gonna say a chest is worth $4 because that's how much I sold it for. So I'm gonna go in the config. I know this is very sloppy right now. For some reason, when I can't do edit with Notepad++, I just go ahead and copy and paste what's in the config file. Control C, and this works. Trust me. If you're having this trouble, you can just do this. So I'm gonna create a new one. So I'm gonna Control V that. Alright, so as you can see, the config is in here. So if we just go through, what I do is I literally just scroll down. It takes me about 5 minutes to figure out everything. Sometimes you'll have trouble, sometimes you not. So you can change the ops name color by default. So if I'm op, if I go in here and op IRocks, alright, so hi, by default it's red, and so it'll be red by default, but you can change it so So say I want it to be purple, so I put it as 5. So then my name will be IRocks at 5. IRocks, it'll be purple. So I'll just put it that for video purposes. So the op always have a thing before, like right now it's just the squiggly thing, but you can make it so it's like plus plus plus. So if I want to make it plus plus plus, I can just edit there. Magnix length. So as default, so if I do /nick, oh, I don't need that. I can, so if I do /6 at O, and I do Rocky Balboa at 5 at L at O at O at K LL. It's not going to work because the nickname is too long, but if we go in here, we can set it to like 100. So might as well just set it to 1,000. So then that'll make it so then, well, it's not going to change right now. Then you can have this, and you can have at least 100 or 1,000 letters. So if you go back in here, I just like to scroll down until I see something. So let's just keep scrolling down. So right here, these are, so if I do /social spy, that's going to enable it. So if there was somebody on the server and I had that enabled, this is the things that you can see. Then these are the commands that you can see them do right here. So if they do /whisper to somebody, they whisper /whisper. So well, this isn't gonna work. Well, I guess it did. You're gonna be able to see that, but of course that's for somebody else, not for you. So then I can go back in here. So these are the player commands. You don't have to worry about that if you have. That's just for, I'm pretty sure that's for basically in essentials, like rank system, like group manager and permissions X. See, I use group manager, so you really don't need to worry about that, or at least I don't. So if we keep going down, so these are the kits. So how you make kits is, I'm not too good at making kits, but you just, I'm not gonna worry about them. You can go check out another video for this. But if you try to like make a kit, just make sure you're doing it right, because I'm not too good at making it. You're just probably just gonna copy this, Control C, go up here, Control V that, and you can change the name of the kit. Test. So let's say I wanted 164 stone, and then I'll take everything else and say I want it to be every day. So you can look up how many seconds is a day. I know it's around 80,000. Wait, no, 80,000, 800,000. I don't know. Alright, so if we keep going down. Alright, so now this is what people most get stuck on, is enabled signs. So right now, since these are, so if I give myself a sign, I place it down and I want to have a shop, it shouldn't work. See, it doesn't, because I have essentials, and that's essential shop /buy /sell warp. None of those work. So what you have to do is, when you're in the config, you're just gonna minus out the hashtags that you want. So I usually just minus out the other ones because people can't place signs. I just minus out all of them. So if we go ahead and do that, this is going to be a long video because essentials is not too complicated, but it's a really long process of going through it. Whoops, I want that. So if I keep getting rid of that. Alright, so now you'll be able to do these signs and other signs. So that's just how you do that. So what you can, so let's keep going down. So auto AFK is if I'm AFK for more than 300 seconds, it's gonna, so if I do slash AFK, it's gonna say IRocks is now AFK. So what you can do is you can set it so say after 1 second I want to say they're AFK. So for video purposes, I'm just gonna say every minute I want them to. And then, so if you go here as default, it's going to be -1. That's saying that you don't want it to have an AFK kick. So if you want it to have a 5-minute kick, you're going to have it, so it's going to be in seconds, so you're going to do, so if we go to calculator here, I don't want to do the math. 60 times 5 equals 300. So I'm going to set this for 300. So they get kicked after 300 seconds, and it'll automatically kick them. You don't have to do anything. Alright, so then also up here, if you want, when people leave the server and like you give them the permission God, that it turns off their God when they leave the server, then you can do that. So I'm going to put that as true because I want it to turn off their God. Okay, we're not even halfway done. This is going to take a while. Okay, so then more AFK stuff. So if you don't want them to pick up items, then you can make that true. Cancel AFK on interaction. So this is basically now TPA stuff, I'm pretty sure. Custom quit message, none. You can set that to true, and then you can, so say if I give myself right here diamond pick, and I give myself a diamond pick, and so say I wanted to enchant to sharpness 100. I can't because it's only 1 through 5, so I can enchant it to the highest of 5, but yet since those are already there. Okay, so now we want to set that to true, so now you can have it, I think the max, you can do it to like, you can have the max to whatever you want, but it'll only work if it's 1,000. 1,000 at the highest, or it just won't work. It'll set it to something like in the negatives, and it will not work. Alright, so right here, if you want to max like a temp ban, you can temp ban people. So if I want to do slash temp ban, the default's going to be -1, so they can temp ban them for however long they want. But if you set it so the max they can do it is like 5 minutes, then you can set it so they can only do it so they can only be banned for the max of 30 or 5 minutes. So if we go down here, alright, so this is gonna basically be if you're running like a faction server and you want to have it so they can set up a certain amount of homes. Now this confused me at first, but it's pretty easy. What you're gonna do is, so if I just do slash mangad, so there's already an owner, let's say test. So if we do slash mangad p essentials dot set, wait, I think it's dot set home dot multiple, and then you can come in here and you can edit this to how many you want. So say I'm gonna have ranks, so I want like ultra, I want like I want hero, and then I want God. So then you can set this so then that's like 5, and then that's like 10, and then that's 15. So then you go in here and then you do dot ultra or ultra. Oops, I didn't do that right. So test. And I will be doing a tutorial on Group Manager soon. There will be a video every other day for you guys, so stay tuned. Alright, so then when I reload the server and I save this as the config, then it's gonna put it as, so then when I'm test, I have how many homes is set in here, so I would have 5 set homes, so I can set 5 homes. So if I set it to, so I have like dot hero, then I'll have 10 set homes. Alright, so then down here you can set it so TPA, this is mainly for factions. So the TPA, this is how long it lasts. If I want it to only last like a minute, I'll set it to 60. Alright, so getting into the economy, Essentials economy. Now, if you're using another economy like Boss Shop or something, then you don't have to worry about this, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so what you're gonna do is right here, this is the max money. So then I want this to maybe be, so I just want them, so this is gonna be like, say this is like a UHC faction server, so you just don't want them to have that much money, so the max you want them to have is 1 million. So if you want an OP faction server, just set it to like a lot. Minimum amount of money, so you can set that to like just 0. You can set it to negative like 100,000 or something. Okay, so that's about it. You can take a look at the other stuff. Alright, so now Essentials chat. I don't need to worry about Essentials help. So Essentials chat, let's take a look in here. Nothing much to do in there because it's all basically through game. Right, so if we keep going down, Essentials protect. I don't worry about that stuff because that's just for spawn and stuff. That'll interact with World Guard, I'm pretty sure. So those work together. So they will be unable to attack users without that same permission node. Okay, so should fall damage be disabled? So say you're running like a parkour server, you don't want them to have fall damage, so you're gonna set this to true. So if we keep going down, so withers, so you're running a server like the Archon, and you want them to have wither rating, you're just gonna set that to true. I would do that, cause that's a really nice way of having people raid. Okay, Essentials spawn, you don't really have to worry about that. Just new players is a good one to pay attention to. So if you edit right here where it says kit, that's what kit they'll spawn in with. So /kit. So I want them to spawn in with D tools, the kit D tools. I'm just gonna set that into D tools. So then you can also change the welcome thing. So if I say welcome display name to test server, so then I want that color, so I'll just say at 6 at L at O, and then we can make this at 5 at L, and then no at O, and then just at 6 at L at O. So that'll be when a new person joins, that'll be the new one. So where is it? There's an area where you can set it so when they join with a certain amount of money. Well, I don't see where that is. So you can just look around. If I missed anything, you can look for yourself. So I'm just going to copy and paste this back in, and then I'm going to reload my server. So if you think I missed anything, leave it in the description. If somebody's having trouble in the description, you can help them if I'm not helping them already. Oh my goodness. What the heck just happened? Well, I just deleted that. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this Essentials plugin tutorial. I hope it really helped you. Wait. Okay, let's just have a look in the what's called worth area. So I've never looked in MOTD. Oh, this is when a player joins. So as default, so when I joined, alright, so let's say I want to join again. It's this thing right here. Welcome IRocks. Type /help for a list of commands. That's this. Wait, that's, where was it? That's this. So you can change that. I'm just gonna keep it like that for now. So worth, all you're gonna do is you're just gonna copy this. Control C. Oh my god, I can. Well, it's simple. I'm not gonna save that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this plugin tutorial. Should have helped. If it didn't, just leave something in the description that you think I left out. But overall, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, just leave them in the description. I will be reading, not in the description, but in the comments section. I will be reading most of you guys' comments, so thanks for watching. One thing I left out was the permissions, so I will be leaving a link in the description for all the permissions because there's just so many. So right here, command reference and perms, this will be in the description as well. So right here, it's gonna have a huge list. There's probably over 100 in here. Now I'm not gonna talk through them all because that would take like a whole day to talk through them all. But yeah, if you're trying to set up permissions, then you can just look at these, copy and paste them. So that'll be easy. So I'll just show you an example. So if I want them to have essentials kick, like let them kick people. Whoops. Essentials kick, I'm just gonna go Control C, or you can type it in. So menu, add P, IRocks, Control V. So now I can kick players, of course, since I'm up, I can already do it. But that's just how you do that. As I said, the next video will be Group Manager, explaining how you can set up all this essentials, permissions, and all this stuff. So, as I said before, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.